Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Baldur's Gate 3 and our honor mode run through with Moven Gerger Jones and crew, where we're going in this door. I'd said that I want to speak to Halsin and Roland this episode, but I probably shouldn't speak to Roland until I've got back his friends. So we'll have to get that done. I'm also kind of concerned. I was thinking that, yeah, I need to bring Shadowheart along for the Gauntlet of Shar because it's only fair to bring her along. But then, have I got any sort of relationship with her? Because I've barely spoken to her throughout the playthrough. Karlach obviously loves me. Will thinks I'm pretty great. Gale thinks I'm cool as well. So we might need to bring Shadowheart into the team just to build up a relationship a bit, so I've got a chance to persuade her not to kill the Night Song. So that is definitely on my agenda as well. Let's go back to camp a second. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with her, but what's in the chest? Look at her there in her basic gear. We got luminous armor, so we could go with some sort of rad orb type build. But I'd rather not, because we're also bringing her back for the cloister fight in Act 3. And I think a lot of those guys might have the ability to counteract radiant damage. We have already got a sorcerer on our crew. I was thinking possibly cleric, but then possibly druid, because we haven't got a druid. So maybe we make Shaddy into a druid. That could be fun. I've also not spent very much time with druids, much like I haven't with paladins. So she and Will can take the roles of characters that I'm still learning and probably shouldn't be playing as in honor mode.
Poor Karlach. She can finally seek out the touch of another, only to be told she might not have much time left.
It's very sad, but I'm going to give her a good rogering while she's still around, so that's fine. Would you like to join us?
I'd join you, but things are looking a tad crowded. You'll need to make room for me.
We can do that. Trade places with Will.
Lead the way then.
Cool, so she's on the team. She's currently a level 3 cleric. So let's figure this out. Druid. This is good. Abilities. I mean, her stats look good for a druid, I think. Possibly we drop charisma a bit and get constitution up. But then we can only get it to 15. But then with an ASI, that works, I think. Thorn Whip and Shillelagh. I'm not thinking of using her for melee attacks very much, so I don't know if Shillelagh would really be useful. Guidance is obviously useful. Maybe we'll go with resistance. I'm thinking she wants to be a caster, so we'll keep her a Circle of the Land. She gives us another cantrip, maybe Produce Flame. And she can prepare spells, but we'll worry about preparing spells once we're up to level 8. At level 3 we get some circle spells, so we get extra spells. Whole Person, Spike Growth. So these are always prepared. Now Spike Growth is pretty useful, isn't it? Yeah, halves people's movement speed. I'm thinking that area spells could be good. Mirror Image and Spike Growth. Is Spike Growth concentration based? It is. That's going to be an issue because... Oh no, actually with Constitution at 16, you should have a reasonable chance of making saving throws. So let's go with Arctic. At level 4 we get another cantrip. I suppose we can go with Shillelagh just in case there's a fight where we have to use melee attacks. And ASI can even up our stats a bit. We get another circle at level 5. Sleet Storm and Haste. I like Sleet Storm. I also like Call Lightning, because she wants to be damaging things every now and again as well. At level 6, difficult terrain no longer slows her. And she gets some wild shapes. Panther. And Owlbear. Level 7 we get another circle. Maybe Desert. You can cast Blight and Wall of Fire. And then at level 8 we get another feat, so I think we'll get a Wisdom up to 20. And now we can look at preparing our spells. And predictably enough, relationship is neutral. Shadowheart doesn't really care for us one way or the other. Which makes sense, because we've not given her any reason to. So what's going on in the old chest? We don't have any spare staves in there. Medium armor is fine. but we'll put on the better stuff. I could have taken a level in Sorcerer to begin with just to aid her concentration checks, but we haven't done so. Bonus to spell attack rolls. We're not doing huge amounts of Thunder, Lightning or Radiant, so that could be good. Whenever we inflict a condition... Yeah, Arcane Synergy is for weapon attacks, which we're not really going to be focusing on. Hoarfrost Boots. We're not really throwing ice around, but it could be better than nothing. And she's got Sleet Storm, so... why not? The Shining Staver of Skulls, just because it's light. We haven't really got any stuff that would be great for her. She can't use crossbows, so I think that'll have to do for gear for now. I'm surprised we've got so little spare gear around, but so be it. Can we get any easy dialogue points? Through conversation? What do you think of Ketheric Thorm?
Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie.
So that artifact that you carry just sort of pinged over to me.
I know. I don't understand how exactly, but I felt it go to you. It's important. Keep it close.
Wait, you don't want it back?
I do, but the artifact has a will of its own, and powers to enforce it. It likely won't let me take it back. The best I can do is to stay close. Bide my time. Eventually I'll need to take it. Then I'll have to see what can be done about that.
I want to talk about what happened with Lae'zel.
We aren't dear friends now, if that's what you're asking. But I trust we can all sleep a little more soundly in camp now.
That's good. I'd rather keep things friendly between all of us.
You have an interesting definition of friendly, but yes.
We should get to know each other a little more.
So that's to say you'd like to pry a little. You do seem like the type, I must say.
Yeah, I'm the type to pry. You're the type to answer.
My, look at you. Straight as an arrow and right to the point every time. This isn't the tadpole I'm speaking to, is it? The personality seems a little lacking.
Yeah, you got me. I am the mighty tadpole. This body is my vessel.
And that's the vessel you chose. I jest. It's good to know you're not entirely without a sense of humour. Shall we?
You're deflecting. I do want to know about you.
And I've revealed all I'm willing to. At least for now. Now I suggest you let matters rest. Or else we'd better part ways.
Oh, she's a grump. Now, these are Lithid powers that we're developing. What do you make of them?
On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from. And what lies at the end of that path. I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it.
Perhaps you're right.
It's been known to happen.
We've got a smidge of relationship from her there, but not a huge amount. So let's take her out into the world and see how we get on. I don't know if there's many things out here where we can gain relationship with her, because how much talking to people are we going to be doing? Now let's work our way through here, if we can. Moving target's too far. Fine. Target's clearly not too far, because we've got that open. We'll start with what should be hopefully a straightforward fight.
Dream in red.
Got these buggers up here. Mean locks. But we've got some light sources to hand. Oh, they're quick.
Mean locks. Those claws are sharp as hell.
Yes, they are.
Their
Nah.
eyes are made for the dark. Fire and light is our friend.
Yes. Fire and light. Let's ping this one because it's coming for us. And then let's stay in the light. Ooh, shadow teleports, you say? Not quite sure I'm having to watch them all dash individually rather than en masse, which would have been more helpful. We need to sort out your hotbar a little bit because we're definitely making more use of some things than others. Like Moonbeam, for example. That's a very useful spell. No, I can't quite ping them both. That's a decent start. Yeah. Failed to shove. Okay. Are you going to come up through the Moonbeam? Oh, don't be frightened. What if we rage? Will that cancel out the frightening? I forget. Doesn't look like it. You'd think it might, but alas. Now I've got disadvantage against these buggers, which is a real shame, but at least we can probably... Yeah, we can... Ah, but we can't actually move, so... Aspect of the Stallion hasn't triggered, because although we've triggered dash, we're not actually moving, so we're not getting any extra HP. That sucks. Now we're frightened again. Might be time to bust out a fireball, just because... If we're getting disadvantage on everything, then let's hit them with something that just won't miss. Excellent, and that one dashed through the Moonbeam and died in the process. We like this. Oof, that's good. It's good damage. Flourish, can we finish it? Yes, we can. It's only knocked out, but we finished it. You can dash into the Moonbeam? Yeah, we're already seeing a little bit of how Shaddy's moves can ruin everyone's day. Even with just a diddy with Moonbeam. She is causing people to run into her area of effects. And now she can move it over here. And do a bit more damage to everyone. That's her action for the turn. But it was a good action. Mo's frightened again. Can't quite reach that one. But that one can be bashed. Gale can now move, which is great. This one down here is looking pretty healthy. I'm running out of spell slots. So cantrips can help save the day. Now you there. Pisk. Frick. $20 damage. We like that. So we've got two up here that Shadowheart can connect with. Lovely. Okay, there goes our aspect. Now if we dash... Let's see. Ah, right. So it's only if we're completely out of temporary points. So we can't just refresh the temporary points. We have to completely run out of them. But now that we've done that... We've got some back. And now we're invisible.
The last board is set.
So this bugger's right up in our grill. What a pain. Nothing. Don't think we need to teleport. That guy's run into Moonbeam again like an idiot. Looking around for Mo. Oh, we saved against that concentration challenge. I like this. But I would like this one to stop hitting us, so we'll switch the Moonbeam to it. And this one might go down fairly easily, hopefully. Well, it's getting there. Everyone's failing miserably at avoiding frightened. And then Karlach's got it now, so that's good. This fight's just annoying more than anything. Now we'll move Moonbeam over there. Job's done. Wonderful. Now Shadowheart, if you could stop concentrating, that would be great. One of these buggers has got loot. But they're all kind of on top of one another, so it's hard to tell which is which. There we go. Covert Cowl. While obscured, reduces the number you need to get a crit. We'll give it to Shaddy just so that she's got something on the go.
Hey, Shaddy. Got a quick question about the best way to treat an infernal burn.
Night Shrine. Shaddy. Really?
Yeah.
Perhaps they had no choice
Party?
but to hide.
Shadsy? Or maybe just the fringe?
Shadowheart will do just fine, thanks. Love is making you fanciful.
You might be right.
I'll be a good sport, Shaddy. Get some gold. Get Halfred's note. Get the briefest smidgens of XP for it, but that's okay. And then, what have we got over here? We've got another chest that could be robbed. Don't think we've got a key.
Trap.
Ooh, it's traps. Oh, we got guidance. My old friend, how I've missed it. And whenever the wearer deals spell damage whilst illuminated by a light source, they also inflict radiating orb on the target for 2 turns. That could be a Shaddy thing. Because she's always illuminated by a light source. So actually that cowl doesn't work for her at all because of her shining staver of skulls. But it does give her a slight bonus to dex saving throws, so it's better than absolutely nothing. And shall we just teleport up to the top again? So what can we do around here right now? We can certainly speak to Halsin.
Climbing up a tree. It's true then. He's met Thaniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Thaniel.
Any ideas?
If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it mustn't have managed to consume his spirit. Well, not all of it anyway. We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be something to trigger him. A word, a memory, an item. We just need to find it.
Wait! Take this letter. It was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but it might help.
Thanks, pal. I'll see what I can do.
I don't deserve you, my friend.
No, you don't. No one does. Except Carla. House of Healing. In big capital letters. So, let's see what we can do next. It might just be a case of venture out and about. We've unlocked a bunch of places to go. Although, we haven't spoken to He Who Was yet. And he's not far away. So we may as well gather his quest while we've got a moment.
Heading out without Isabel's blessing. Have you got a death wish?
No, we've got a little pixie bell. It's all good. I'll be fine without.
I won't tell you your business, but I hope you're right.
Appreciate the concern. But we're going for a stroll now. Do we want to deal with this raven?
That dead bird's been corrupted by the shadows. Would be wise to leave it alone.
I don't think there's any real reason why we should deal with it. We haven't got spirit guardians. So let's just go elsewhere. Now, what we got up here? Got a wooden chest that way, but yeah, here's our friend.
Where lies your guilt?
The waning moon.
Playing with the dead, are we? How charming.
Indeed. One whose secrets are not for your ears. Be on your way. A fair point. Perhaps this one could assist us. The murdered lie silent. The raven asks, will you be their voice?
Why does the raven want to know?
He thinks you strong enough for the task at hand. This woman tended a bar where she took her patrons, her friends, into her confidence. Promised their secrets were safe with her. Yet she turned their words into knives and stabbed them in the back. They died because of her. And to this day, her victims lie unavenged.
I doubt you're here out of the goodness of your heart.
I have no heart. I seek a record of this one's crimes, written in her own hand. Through it, I can summon her spirit and force her to face trial for her crimes.
What do you need me to do?
Go to the distillery, the one she calls the Waning Moon. Find the ledger and bring it to me.
Maybe we will. Bud. I'm assuming if we go back to that place where Shah's little thing is, you know what I mean by Shah's little thing, this thing up here. I'm assuming we still can't do anything with it. Even though Shaddy's now in the team. We've broken it by trying to use it with Karlach. But then again, maybe we could use it again after a long rest, because the debuff would have worn off then. But they are looking very red. Yeah, so they can't be used, it seems. Maybe if I remember, we'll come back and try again after a long rest, but we don't have one on the schedule right away. We could try some honor mode fights, perhaps, because, yeah, look at our XP. We're miles away from another level, so we're going to have to do some honor mode challenges at level 8. But we do have other things we can also do, such as investigating the Selûnite resistance.
That might be worth a look.
Yeah, well spotted, Karlach. Easily done. And now we should probably have you lead the way, just because traps.
That's curious.
Yeah, she's got very little chance of failing any of this stuff, so that's cool. Why are the rest of the crew not following? Did that close behind us? Huh. Didn't even know it could do that. So the fight in here shouldn't be terribly awful. Let's actually go down here and stand in this moonlight, because we know that light is annoying for the shadows in here. But they've got the ability to snuff out torches and whatnot. So maybe by standing down here, we can just ruin their day. Yeah, here they come. So Mo's already got a light. She's got a built-in one, pretty much. But we probably want to lure them all into us. So let's just move back and see what happens. They'll do all sorts of teleporting about and such. Oh, they can turn out Lathander's light, maybe. That's interesting. Yeah, let's just give him a ping. We've only got one big boy to worry about, so let's take them down first if we can. Yeah, you get moonbeams, chum. And now let's get in there and stab it with a shadowy blade. Oh, that's damage. Yeah, we like this. Mo. Wonderful. I guess we'll just wait again for them to come to us. Now that they're here, what should we do? It's blinded, which is good. That means we could probably just move away from the bugger as well. So let's see. We don't have any arcane accuracy on the go, but it's fine. Where should we move Moonbeam? Nice. Karlach can do her thing. Mo can do hers, which she does very well. Excellent, that leaves 2. Neither of which we can actually really see right now. Come on, friend. Yeah, get blinded. Don't suppose you want to come into the moonbeam? No. Guess we'll just move it then. For the real damage. Blam. And then... Can these be shaken out of their invisibility? Oh, we just ran into the moonbeam. I knew that was going to happen eventually. Cool, so that's this place dealt with. Moonrise diagram. Something is stashed in the tower's prison dungeon.
Someone's marked a spot at the base of Moonrise Towers. Worth a look.
Yes, that does sound worth a look.
What's that?
And what have we in here? Scrolls. We like scrolls. We like potions as well. They fit very snugly in our inventory and never get used. It's great fun. Then the Mason's log might just be XP for us. There we go, because we've finished the quest. Cats, will you behave yourself? I don't have to come over here and flail ineffectually towards you, but I will. Boots. It's okay, Trace. He's a good cat, usually. But he's a bit of a shit when it comes to Trace for some reason. And what we got? The Helmet of Arcane Acuity. Whenever you deal damage with a weapon attack, you gain Arcane Acuity for 2 turns. So who's doing weapon stuff and spell stuff? I guess Karlach is, but she's only been doing spell stuff in her Booming Blades and whatnot, so that doesn't really help anyone. I'm not about to start hitting people with weapon attacks on Shadi just to give a bonus to her spell casting. So where's our next stop? We do need to go into Moonrise proper. There's definitely stuff to do in here. Like, all of it.
That's far enough.
Hello, fellow true soul.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
My apologies. Welcome back, true soul. What news?
Little from the field. What news inside?
General Ketherick's advisor went off on a field trip. Zarel's in charge till he gets back.
You'll find Zarel in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
Let's hope this Zarel likes what we have to say.
I just hope you like what we have to say, Shadowheart. In her name.
Praise the Absolute.
Now, we could just kill these guys out here right now, to be honest, because nobody inside will give a shit. We need these guys dead at some point. This guy's the pain, though, because he'll just smack you for like 7,000 damage with one of his radiant smites. Surprise!
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
I guess we didn't get a surprise round. Oh well. God. Blam. There's some damage. Yeah, I want this guy dead. Mo, another smack. We could rage. We've got all our rages available. Rawr. I'm probably not making as much use of rage as I should be. How many attacks are we getting here? Why are we getting so many attacks? I'm not complaining, mind you. I'm just curious, is all. Now, what does Gale want to do? What level 1 spells do we have, anyway? Oh, we've got Magic Missile. Yeah, we're doing a decent job of getting this guy down. But what's Shadi gonna do? Where can she just nudge in her moonbeam? Okay. But now he's gonna get a turn in a moment, isn't he? Ghouls, who gives a shit? They're level 3. Adepts? Yeah, we don't want Guardians of Faith. But that's that guy down at least. 20 damage. Eek. So. Big damage to this woman. Is going to be just great. Mo is kind of unable to reach her, possibly. She's only got 30 left. What if Mo does do a big jump? Okay, she doesn't trigger attacks of opportunity, that's great. Gale definitely wants to move out of the way of that nonsense. Wonderful. Although she survived because she's got Death Ward. So we are going to have to finish her off with Moonbeam. But that's the Guardian of Faith taken care of as well. Now what are you going to do, ghouls? You're going to gather around Carla. That's a mistake. Down you go. Mo. Nice. Lovely.
Another parasite. Collect it. It might be useful.
Cool. So what have we got? Got a bit of key from you and a bit of parasite from this guy, maybe. We've got 2 spare at the moment. Karlach doesn't want to use them. Gale's okay with them. Perilous Stakes is something that could be useful, so we'll go with that. And now I think we will use our other short rest. A little bit of a big bounce. You all coming? Let's chat with Linsala. We always like to chat with her.
This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the...
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you?
Barnabas?
I've shown Barnabas a kinder way. A kinder name is only fitting. That is the gifts the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better.
You actually stood before the Absolute?
I have. It is one thing to hear her voice. Quite another to feel the power she can grant. Observe. Barnabas, sweetie. Come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do?
I would never pick any other option here except, how about a dance?
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, Barnabas?
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
Yeah, you shuffle about, Barnabas.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
Let's compel the Gnolls to pulp their master. It's a bit dark urgy. We've been resisting our urge too much. We've made it difficult to get that roll. But we'll try again. Come on, urge. We know you're in there. We need you now, because it would be funny. Jesus, what are these rolls? I always seem to spend a lot of inspiration on this. But it's just too much fun. But look at this piss. Honestly. 5 rolls and the highest so far has been an 8. There we go. About bloody time. And Karlach liked it.
Like a rope drawn taut beneath the blade.
That's the main thing.
Simply snaps.
No. Barnabas. Darling. No!
There's a parasite in that core.
All trace of restraint is gone. Barnabas has tasted blood, and wants more. To your surprise, instead of ravishing you, he grovels with a howl of pining awe.
Lord! Many die.
I'm back. Why have we met? Oh, that's mysterious. Maybe we should start filling Gale up with tadpole. A few extra points in Call the Weak is nice. But let's put some into Gale's head as well. What else we got around here? We got old Steel Claw. Having a bit of fun over there. Got Araj.
Araj O'Blodra, trader in all things occult. A very great pleasure to meet you, true soul. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make.
Let's hear about this offer of yours.
Put plainly, I'd like your blood. A vial of true soul's blood, specifically. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself.
And what exactly would you do with your share of my blood?
Research, naturally. We Oblodras are simply curious by nature.
There's malice in this blood. Boils and churns and whispers to me.
Well, that's why we're trading, no? I assure you, the potions are more than worth their weight.
Never mind, I'm not interested.
Very well. If there's anything else you need, let me know.
I probably won't use it anyway. Show me your stock. The Ring of Free Action. Yes, please. Although... yeah, actually scratch that.
Come back anytime.
We could do, or we could speak to you with Gale, who has got higher charisma. Now we can get the ring for a bit cheaper. So we shall. Do we need anything else? The Robe of Exquisite Focus. Bonus to spell save DC. Which we're already getting. From the Protecty Sparks wall, so maybe not. And the Storm Scion's Power hat we don't really need because we're doing fire acuity and not storm. Circlet of Hunting, you get a bonus for attack rolls against creatures marked by Hunter's Mark. That could be useful, maybe, for Karlach, if I ever bloody remembered. Now we've got the Haste Helm, just sat in our inventory here, haven't we? Possibly more useful for Shadi than the Covert Cowl. Seems like the Coruscation Ring isn't really working as intended, because Shadowheart has been illuminated by a light source the whole time. I've not seen any radiating orbs pop up. Maybe it's the Shining Stave of Skulls that is not working, and that's the thing. We could go out front as well and do some shopping there, to be honest. Or we could see what's happening in the main room on our way back.
I will not be slandered! General, you saw my reports.
It's Minty.
No, it's not my fault.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
If I had been given drow warriors instead of goblin trash! Oi! What? You scrag!
Enough!
A blast of mental
Yeah, stop being a
energy
scrag,
washes over
Minty.
you, filling the room. The tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
Let me make sure I understand this. You're claiming that General Thorm gave you the wrong soldiers.
Yes. No!
You blame the Absolute's Chosen for your failure.
Of course it is not the General's fault.
Whose then?
That's a good point. We could try and calm Z'rell's mind, but I don't know what would happen if we fail. Our odds aren't great, so we'll just watch.
The goblins. They failed me. They failed us all.
You lying little. And what would you do to those that have failed you?
They are put to death, obviously.
True. Ultimate failure must earn ultimate punishment. Night Warden Minthara, your crime is incompetence, and your sentence is death.
No!
Make her passing slow, Disciple Z'rell. Be creative.
Now, what's the best option here? We want to recruit her, so we've got another backup plan in case any of the party get permanently killed or something. But can that even happen? I don't know. Either way, we want to be nice to her because we're a nice person. Yeah, she's a loyal servant of the Absolute. Don't kill her.
As the General's attention shifts to you, a memory stirs. A memory of this room. And his voice raised in anger.
Really?
I'm surprised to see you again, True Soul. You are here to assist and not to meddle, I trust. I would remind you that while in my halls, you obey me, just as you would any other chosen. What say you about our Minthara? It is fitting that one mad dog should judge another.
I mean, she isn't lying. She served the Absolute faithfully.
A pity, then, that her faith was so inadequate. Take her below.
No! Please! Mercy! Please!
Bye-bye, princess.
Kill the goblins, too.
What? No! You creaking old bag of shit!
Go on, Dren. I mean, with moves like that, you think that Dren is actually a pretty useful soldier to keep around. But that was insubordination, so yeah.
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Stop covering for your failures, Sorrel.
Try again.
See, that killed most people. Dren is pretty badass.
No! No!
Well, she was.
Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, let us take advantage of our surprising guest and their particular creative genius. I'm sure the results will send a clear message to the troops on the importance of discipline.
Of course, my lord. Thank you.
She's such a kiss ass.
You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish.
Thank you. I'm going to enjoy this.
Do. Have fun. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake!
I don't even know who you are. I'll do this with my own hands. It always feels better.
Oh, crap! You're gonna enjoy this, ain't ya?
Yeah.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. His followers are flesh and blood. We must learn more about his power.
Yeah, whatever, Dream Visitor. I'm busy here. I'm killing gobos. Or trying to, anyway. Sometimes I miss. Sometimes I miss twice. He's actually going to get a chance to fight back. Jesus Christ, that's damage. Oh yeah, there's a bug, isn't there, with the bomb. So that would explain that, I guess. For some reason, bombs thrown by goblins do extra damage. But that's Fezzik out of the way. Victory is ours. The end of the episode is also ours. Join us next time. We'll have a poke around Moonrise and see what mischief we can get up to around here. And maybe we'll get Shadi to like us a bit more. One can only hope. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.